From the skyscrapers reflecting on the sparkling Lake Michigan to the magical world where childhood comes alive, then across the red bridge stretching over the blue bay. This journey will take you to explore three iconic destinations of the United States: Chicago, Orlando, and San Francisco. Chicago appears as the vibrant heart of the Midwest, where magnificent architecture blends with jazz music and a modern, energetic atmosphere. Orlando opens up a world of endless joy, where theme parks like Disney World and Universal Studios make every dream come true. In San Francisco, the city of fog and creativity, enchants visitors with winding hills, colorful houses, and the legendary Golden Gate Bridge. Three cities, three shades, together create an emotional journey across America, where each stop tells its own story about dreams, freedom, and the ever-growing spirit of life. Let's start the journey and feel America in the most brilliant and unforgettable way. Chicago, the city of wind, of tall buildings touching the clouds, of blues and jazz music playing on every street corner, has long been seen as a symbol in the colorful picture of the United States. Located in a strategic position of the Midwest, Chicago is not only an important center of economy, finance, and industry, but also a treasure of culture, art, history, and food. This is the place where immigrants from all over the world came, bringing their own identity, mixing into a lively and attractive flow. When you enter Chicago, you will be drawn into the busy life. The bright lights reflecting on the large Lake Michigan, the buildings that make the world look up, and the exciting atmosphere of a city that never sleeps. Located in the northeast of Illinois, Chicago is right on the southwest shore of Lake Michigan, one of the famous Great Lakes, and also the second largest freshwater lake in the United States. This position not only gives the city beautiful natural scenery, with a long lake shore of many kilometers, but also makes Chicago an important transport hub of the United States, connecting waterway, railway, road, and air. The city has an area of more than 600 square kilometers, and it is the home of about 2.7 million people, while the larger metropolitan area around has over 9 million residents. The climate of Chicago is humid continental, with hot and wet summers, very cold winters with heavy snow, and especially the strong winds from Lake Michigan that make the city be called the Windy City. This geography not only gives Chicago a unique natural beauty, but also helps the city become a complete development center of the United States. The history of Chicago is connected with strength and the wish to rise up. In the 17th century, French explorers started to come, and in 1780, Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable was seen as the first permanent resident, making the base for the community here. In 1833, Chicago was officially recognized as a town with only 200 people. But thanks to the strategic position near Lake Michigan and the growth of the Illinois-Michigan Canal, the city quickly became an important trade center, connecting the Great Lakes with the Mississippi River. Only a few years later, in 1837, Chicago became a city and entered a period of fast growth thanks to the railway industry, transport, and meat production. However, the Great Fire in 1871, when flames destroyed more than 17,000 buildings, made more than 100,000 people lose their homes. That tragedy seemed to make the city fall, but from the ashes, Chicago came back strong. The 20th century continued to see Chicago become a center of culture, music, and also famous dark times like the Prohibition era, when the name Al Capone was linked with the city. But above all, Chicago today has confirmed its place as a global city, leading in finance, trade, education, health, technology, architecture, and art. Stretching into Lake Michigan, Navy Pier is one of the symbols of Chicago. This place is like a small world of entertainment, with a giant Ferris wheel, a park, a cinema, restaurants, and event spaces. In summer, the sky of Chicago is bright with fireworks from Navy Pier, while in winter it becomes a festival paradise full of lights. Day or night, Navy Pier is always busy and is a favorite place for both tourists and local people. If New York has Central Park, then Chicago is proud of Millennium Park, one of the most modern and artistic parks in the United States. The center of this place is Cloud Gate, often called with love the Bean, a big shiny steel bean that shows the skyline and the happy faces of visitors making poses under it. Every step around the Bean opens a different picture of the city, making it a check-in point that cannot be missed. Next to it, J. Pritzker Pavilion, An outdoor stage with a curved metal roof designed by Frank Gehry often has concerts and cultural events, bringing art experiences in a lively, natural space. Known as a symbol of strength and the wish to reach high, Willis Tower once kept the title of the tallest building in the world for many years. With a height of 442 meters and 110 floors, this building is still an amazing work of architecture. The experience of Skydeck on the 103rd floor is the most unforgettable moment. Stepping into the ledge, a clear glass box going out from the tower, you will feel like you are floating in the air, seeing the whole Chicago under your feet. This is the place that tests courage, but also brings a strong excitement that words cannot explain. People who love art will surely enjoy the Art Institute of Chicago, one of the top art museums in the world. From classic European paintings, modern works full of creativity, to unique Asian collections, this museum keeps a treasure of human culture. Famous masterpieces like American Gothic by Grant Wood or A Sunday Afternoon on the Island of La Grande Jatte by Georges Seurat make this place an important stop in the journey to explore Chicago. The busiest shopping street in Chicago has the proud name Magnificent Mile, running along Michigan Avenue. This is the place of luxury fashion brands, modern shopping centers, elegant restaurants, and high-class hotels. Walking along the Magnificent Mile, visitors can see historic buildings and also feel the busy life that is special to the Windy City. It is not only a shopping paradise, but also a journey to experience one of the most luxurious ways of life. One of the places that shows the soul of the city is the Chicago Riverwalk, the path along the Chicago River. Here, people can drink a coffee, craft beer, or taste special food at small riverside shops, while watching the beautiful buildings reflected on the water. A boat trip on the river is a great choice to fully enjoy the special architecture of Chicago, where modern and classic mix in an attractive way. In the busy city life, Lincoln Park is a peaceful green space that gives residents and visitors a place to rest and relax. Lincoln Park Zoo, one of the oldest zoos in the United States and free to enter, is a favorite place for families. This is the place where children can explore the animal world, and adults can find relaxation in the fresh, green nature. Chicago still has many interesting things. This is the place where the skyscraper was born, the city with more than 77 communities with their own identity, and the place where the L train system became a special symbol of transport. This city once hosted the World's Fair in 1893, an event that marked an important step in science and technology for the world. Chicago is also the city of sports, where the love of basketball is linked with the legend Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls, baseball with the Chicago Cubs and White Sox, American football with the Chicago Bears, and ice hockey with the Chicago Blackhawks. For the people here, sports are not only entertainment, but also pride and a way to connect the community. The culture of Chicago is a mix of many streams. This city is called the melting pot of the United States, where immigrants from all over the world make a rich diversity. Irish, Italian, German, Polish, Greek, Mexican, African, and Asian people left their mark in architecture, food, festivals, and music. Because of this, when people think of Chicago, they think of jazz and blues, kinds of music that were played in small bars in the 1920s and now have become cultural heritage. People in Chicago are known as friendly, open, and full of positive energy. They love their city strongly, are loyal to local sport teams, close to their neighborhoods, and proud of diversity. Life in Chicago shows the spirit of strength. From the sad days of the Great Fire to the economic crisis, people here always stood up, built and created without stop. They are the soul of Chicago, a community that is active, strong, and full of life. Food in Chicago is also an experience that cannot be missed. No one can leave the city without trying Chicago-style deep dish pizza, the famous pizza with a crispy crust, full of cheese, tomato, and thick meat that looks heavy just by seeing it. At the same time, there is the Chicago-style hot dog, a sausage and bread with onion, tomato, pickle, chili, and mustard, and especially no ketchup, an unwritten rule in Chicago. Next is the Italian beef sandwich, with bread and thin beef cooked with Italian spices, dipped in rich sauce, giving a taste that cannot be found anywhere else. Besides these special foods, Chicago is also famous for Garrett popcorn, Polish cakes, Greek food, Mexican food, Chinese food, Vietnamese food, and many other cuisines, showing cultural diversity. Every street corner, from simple fast food shops to luxury restaurants, makes a rich food map that few cities can compare with. Finally, Chicago is not only a modern city with tall skyscrapers, but also a colorful picture of history, culture, people, and food. This is a city of contrast, but also harmony, busy and romantic, global, and also keeping its own identity. People love Chicago not only for the great views or the busy life, but also for the spirit of strength, creativity, and freedom that comes from the people here. Anyone who visits Chicago will understand why it is called the Windy City, not only because of the cold winds from Lake Michigan, but also because of the wind of change, freedom, and the wish to rise higher, blowing from the heart of the United States. Orlando, the bright jewel in the heart of Florida, has for a long time gone beyond the limit of a normal city to become a global symbol of entertainment, tourism, and unlimited creativity. People lovingly call this place the theme park capital of the world, the land where imagination grows, where childhood dreams become real, and where even adults can find back their innocence in every moment. To step into Orlando is not only to come to a city, but to enter a wonderful world where every street, every corner, every lake tells a story, softly opening colorful charms to lead visitors into the endless journey of joy and wonder. The city is located in the center of Florida, in Orange County, and it is surrounded by hundreds of natural lakes that shine under the sunlight of the Sunshine State. From Orlando, visitors need only a few hours of travel to reach the Atlantic Ocean or the Gulf of Mexico, two seas with very different beauties. This good geographic position has helped Orlando to be not only a tourism center, but also a gateway to explore Florida's nature, where there are long white sand beaches, wild reserves, and a very rich ecosystem. Especially in the middle of the city, there is Lake Eola, which is seen as the symbol of Orlando, where local people and visitors often come to walk, see the view, and enjoy the fresh air. Looking back at history, Orlando was once the land of the Timucua native people before Europeans came to live. In the 19th century, this place became a rich orange-growing area, and the orange tree was seen as the soul of the local economy. The name Orlando has many ideas, but the most common story says that it was named after a soldier called Orlando Reeves, who died in the Seminole War. Even if the truth may still have many questions, since becoming a city in 1875, Orlando has started to write its journey of growth. At the beginning of the 20th century, this place was still simple, with orange gardens and farms, but everything completely changed in 1971, when Walt Disney World Resort opened. This event not only made Orlando a global tourism phenomenon, but also opened a new age, where the city was connected with joy, imagination, and entertainment. No place in the world can compare with Walt Disney World, the heart of Orlando, and also the fairy kingdom that millions of visitors dream to see. Covering a huge area of more than 100 square kilometers, this place is a paradise of imagination with 4 theme parks, each with its own style. Magic Kingdom takes you into the shining Cinderella Castle, living fully in the never-ending fairy tales. Epcot opens the door to the future and lets you go around the world in only one day. Hollywood Studios lets visitors become the main characters in lively movie scenes. And Animal Kingdom leads you deep into the great world of nature, where people and animals join together in a journey of surprising discovery. If Disney is the fairy dream, then Universal is the image of blockbuster movies and exciting adventures. Universal Orlando Resort has two famous parks: Universal Studios Florida, where you step right into movie studios and see film scenes become real, and Islands of Adventure, the paradise of strong rides, and the legendary area, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, where every detail and every corner shows the magic world in amazing reality. Especially, the water park Volcano Bay with the tall, man-made volcano is the cool place to go in the sunny Florida summer. SeaWorld is not only a place to have fun, but also a journey that brings you closer to the ocean world. Visitors can watch the beautiful shows of dolphins and whales, see the mysterious sea animals, or try water roller coasters inspired by the open sea. This is both an amusement park and an educational space that helps people understand more about the big ocean and respect nature. Right in the center of Orlando, Icon Park is famous with the huge Ferris wheel Icon Wheel that is 122 meters high. From the top of the wheel, Orlando opens like a big picture with parks, lakes, and the bright sunset coloring the horizon. Icon Park is also a lively entertainment area with restaurants, bars, shops, and street art spaces. Good for relaxing evenings full of excitement. Not only with the famous theme parks, Orlando also has a modern and lively downtown. Downtown Orlando has the Doctor, Phillips Center for the Performing Arts, where art shines through plays, Broadway musicals, and concerts. Amway Center is the place for exciting NBA games with the Orlando Magic team, and the romantic Lake Eola gives a peaceful space where people ride swan boats or walk slowly under the green trees. Only about 1 hour by car from Orlando, the Kennedy Space Center gives a very special experience. This is the place where many historic spaceflights started, and it is still an important rocket launch center of NASA. Visitors can see the spaceships that made history, meet astronauts, or even watch a rocket launch with their own eyes, an experience that can only be found in Florida. In the middle of busy Orlando, nature is still present softly through lakes, parks, and reserves. Harry P. Lou Gardens is green with thousands of bright flowers. Lake Eola Park is the green heart of the city, where every morning and sunset are full of peace. A little farther, the natural reserves give the chance to go kayaking, see alligators, or simply join the original breath of Florida. An international tourism city like Orlando surely cannot miss cultural diversity. This is the place where many cultures meet, thanks to the diverse community coming from Latin America, the Caribbean, Europe, and also Asia. This diversity has created a rich cultural identity, shown clearly in festivals, art spaces, and also on the dining table. The people of Orlando are famous for being friendly and open, always welcoming visitors with smiles and warmth. Living in a city with tens of millions of international visitors every year, they have become natural cultural ambassadors, helping to make Orlando a close and memorable destination. Orlando food is an exciting journey not less than the adventures in the theme parks. Famous for the special Florida orange, the city gives visitors fresh and cool orange juice and desserts made carefully from this fruit. Key lime pie, the special lemon cake of Florida, is also a taste that everyone should try when coming here. Fresh seafood from the nearby seas brings meals full of the ocean, from lobster, crab, to grilled fish. And we cannot forget the many international dishes, from rich Mexican food, special Cuban food, to Brazilian and Asian dishes. Especially in Epcot Park, visitors can travel around the world in only one day, when they taste food from many countries in the same place. When finishing the journey in Orlando, people often bring home not only photos at Cinderella Castle or smiles after a roller coaster ride, but also deep memories of a city that is modern and friendly, noisy and peaceful. Orlando is the place where dreams and reality meet, where childhood imagination meets the elegance of adults, and where every visitor finds a part of memory, a moment to keep in the heart. And maybe that is why Orlando is not only a place to visit once, but a place where people always want to come back, to keep exploring, to keep having fun, and to keep living in that magical world one more time. San Francisco, a city on the west coast of the United States, has long become one of the brightest symbols of modern America. When people hear this name, they often think of the red Golden Gate Bridge crossing the blue water, the mysterious fog covering the city every morning, the steep streets that seem endless, and the free and open atmosphere everywhere. San Francisco is not only a big city in California, but also a small world where history, culture, technology, art, food, and people from all over the world come together. It is a place where the past and the present meet, where creativity and humanity are supported, and where every street, every building, and every hill has a story to tell. The special geography has given San Francisco a unique character that is hard to mix with any other place. The city is on a narrow peninsula, with 3 sides next to water. The west is the vast Pacific Ocean, the east is the calm San Francisco Bay, and the north is connected to Marin County by the famous Golden Gate Bridge. This surrounding makes the weather of San Francisco cool all year, with a Mediterranean climate but special because of the cold ocean current from the Pacific, which makes fog appear often. People here even give the fog a friendly name, Carl the Fog, like a close companion, making every sunrise or sunset look like a romantic picture. Not only that, the land of San Francisco has more than 40 hills, creating winding, steep streets. The most famous is Lombard Street, called the most crooked street in the world. These geographic and climate factors give San Francisco a look that is romantic, mysterious, and very attractive. Looking back at history, San Francisco has gone through turning points that made its name. From the land of the Ohlone people, it became a stop for the Spanish in 1776, with Presidio and Mission San Francisco de Asís. The gold rush in 1848 changed the small fishing village into a busy city, attracting thousands of people from all over the world. A tragedy came with the earthquake and fire in 1906, but from the ashes, the proud city was born again and grew strong. In the 20th century, San Francisco was not only an economic center, but also a cultural and social symbol. The place where the United Nations was created in 1945, and in the 1960s, the hippie movement and the Summer of Love exploded, leaving marks of freedom, creativity, and love in human memory. The Golden Gate Bridge is not only the bridge that connects San Francisco with Marin County, but also the soul of the city. With its bright orange-red color, the bridge stands out between the blue sky and the light fog, giving a view that is both grand and romantic. Every day, thousands of visitors walk or ride bicycles across the bridge, which is almost 3 kilometers long, to feel the cool sea wind and see the wide bay. In the morning, when the sun slowly rises behind, the Golden Gate shines brightly, and in the evening, when the sun goes down, the bridge turns into a magical orange-yellow color. When night comes, thousands of lights shine like a silk ribbon of light floating on the water. This is the place where anyone who comes to San Francisco wishes to experience at least once. In the deep blue water of San Francisco Bay, Alcatraz Island appears like a mysterious witness of history. It was once a military fort, then became a federal prison that kept the most famous criminals in the United States, and it was called the fortress that no one can escape. However, there are still strange stories about secret escapes that were never explained. Today, visitors can take a boat to the island, walk into the cold prison cells, listen to the voices from the loudspeakers, feel the heavy air, and imagine the days when this place was a fear. From Alcatraz, you can also see the whole view of San Francisco, shining in the distance. A view that shows a strong contrast between the hard past and the lively present. Fisherman's Wharf and Pier 39 are the busy heart of San Francisco. From early morning until late at night, this place is always full of laughter, street music, and the smell of delicious seafood. Visitors can enjoy special dishes like grilled Dungeness crab, fresh lobster, or creamy clam chowder soup served in crispy sourdough bread. But what makes Pier 39 special are the cute sea lions lying in the sun on the pier, attracting hundreds of happy looks. The souvenir shops, cafes, and bayside restaurants also make this place a destination that cannot be missed. Standing at Pier 39, you can see Alcatraz in the distance and also admire the majestic Golden Gate Bridge, a rare experience. San Francisco has the oldest and largest Chinatown outside Asia, a small Asia with a lively life. When you walk through the Big Dragon Gate, you will feel like you are in another world. The streets are full of shops, red lanterns hang in the sky, the smell of incense is in the air, and the voices of sellers are everywhere. Chinatown is famous for the best dim sum restaurants in the United States, traditional tea shops, Chinese medicine stores, and busy night markets. It is not only a place for food and shopping, but also an important part of San Francisco's history, connected with the Chinese immigrant community since the 19th century. A walk in Chinatown will give you the feeling of traveling through space and time. Located at almost 280 meters high, Twin Peaks is called the roof of San Francisco. From here, you can see the whole city, the winding streets, the tall Golden Gate Bridge, the wide blue bay, and the skyscrapers shining with lights at night. Many people come here at sunrise to see the bright sun, or at sunset when the city is covered in magical orange and yellow colors. For those who love photography, Twin Peaks is a paradise to catch unforgettable moments. The Palace of Fine Arts is one of the most beautiful buildings in San Francisco. Built for the Panama Pacific Exhibition in 1915, it has a Roman Greek style, with strong columns and a grand dome reflected in the quiet lake. This space, both great and poetic, makes anyone feel like they are stepping into another world. Many couples choose this place for wedding photos, while visitors often sit by the lake to enjoy the rare peace in the middle of the busy city. With an area of more than 400 hectares, Golden Gate Park is like the big green lung of the city, even bigger than Central Park in New York. This park is a perfect place for walking, picnics, or relaxing bike rides. Inside the park, you can visit the Japanese garden with the red bridge, koi ponds, and small, peaceful temples. Go to the botanical garden full of flowers, or visit the DeYoung Art Museum and the California Academy of Sciences, a place that has an aquarium, a planetarium, and a natural history museum in one space. Golden Gate Park is not only a place for fun, but also a place where you can feel the perfect mix of nature and culture. We cannot talk about San Francisco without Lombard Street, the road with 8 sharp turns, winding between colorful gardens. This is one of the most famous check-in places, both beautiful and unique. Many visitors like to try driving down this steep and curved street, while others choose to stand on the sides to take photos and keep memorable moments. The culture of San Francisco is a colorful mix of art, music, movies, and social movements. The city has world-class museums like SFMOMA, where modern art shines, and many kinds of music from jazz, rock, to EDM play in every festival. People of San Francisco show the soul of the city, diverse, open, and creative. They come from all over the world, together building a free, friendly community that always wants something new. This is not only a place to live, but also a land that supports dreams and the beginning of big ideas. The food of San Francisco is also an exciting journey. This city is famous for clam chowder soup served in sourdough bread, which is crispy and tasty, a flavor that every visitor should try. The seafood here is the best, especially the Dungeness crab with sweet and rich meat, often found at Fisherman's Wharf. Chinatown gives many choices of dim sum, from dumplings and siu mai to sweet buns. The Mission District is famous for the Mission Burrito, a big burrito full of rice, meat, beans, cheese, and spicy salsa. Besides that, San Francisco also has many Michelin star restaurants, where talented chefs create fine dishes that mix fresh local ingredients with modern cooking. When we finish the journey to explore San Francisco, we see that this is not only a tourist city, an economic or cultural center, but also a living symbol of the American spirit: freedom, creativity, diversity, and strength. From the friendly fog called Carl to the shining lights on the bay, from the winding steep streets to great works like the Golden Gate, from the colorful graffiti walls to the tables full of world flavors, all of these make a San Francisco that cannot be mixed with any other place. San Francisco is a city that, once you visit, you will always carry in your heart. 3 cities, 3 souls, and 3 different shades blend together to create a lively and inspiring picture of America. From the modern rhythm of Chicago, the endless joy of Orlando, to the free and romantic spirit of San Francisco, each place brings its own feeling and unforgettable impression. The journey is not only a trip through beautiful lands, but also a journey that touches the heart of America, where dreams, freedom, and inspiration always go together. Together we end the trip, but open countless desires to explore. Because America still has many wonderful things waiting for you ahead.